Good morning, good morning. We are Zoom Architecten from Belgium. It's very nice to be here in this amazing space. We are a firm of 10 people working daily together on architectural projects. And what we most often do is work on very complex renovation and restorations of buildings and sites. And every time again, we focus on reading the context and learning the program very good, and then defining a concept that we try to build. That's very easy said, what we do. For this exhibition, we thought about our work and the impact of that. On the right, you see a lot of private projects we do. They make out like 80–90% of our office, and they are almost like single family houses. And on the left you see our public projects, a lot of museums, city halls. They are very few. We have like 6 or 7 now that are built, and we love them. And for this exhibition, The New Together, it makes us think about what the impact is of those projects, because those single family houses are individual solutions for housing, place, privacy, water, sustainable energy. And they work very good for the people themselves, but only for the very few who can afford it. So we acknowledge and see that those projects really don't help a lot for the bigger problems in the world. Luckily, we also are involved in those public projects who we like very much, like the project in Eeklo, the Huismanhoeve, where we can find solutions, common solution, shared places where people can be inspired for solutions for the global problems. So this is the project in Eeklo. It's a competition we won in 2016 with Callant Architecten, and it's a visitor center exploration site for people and inhabitants to explore the region of Eeklo and Oost-Vlaanderen, the region in Flanders. And Bas and Jo here will tell all about this project and how it works.
Thank you. What's making this place very unique is the fact that there are many different actors, professionals as well as volunteers working on this farm every day, creating projects. We tried to work with this fact and take it into the process we did to realize this project. So what we did is the wall dividing up the site in the construction bit up north and the bit of the farm that was still going on with this working. This wall, we used it. We tried to create it a platform for all these actors to do small projects like this, for example. Of course, when we got the assignment, we looked at the site, at the morphology of the site. It's actually a built circle. It consists of different sheds and barns, and it's surrounded by a square ditch. The contractor asked us to add 1,000 square meters of new program, of new volume, which is a lot. We felt that it was actually too much, so what we did is we added 2 small new volumes to finish the built circle. Maybe I can point. No, I can't. They're on the right top end and the right bottom end of the built circle. The architecture and the typology we used for the 2 new volumes are based on the existing typology of the existing barns and sheds on site. But then, of course, we still had to add these other 1,000 square meters. We found on the cow stable, on the the second floor, a big empty space. It was actually quite low, but we felt it had a lot of potential. So instead of adding 1,000 square meters and taking in more place on this farm, we looked at the existing buildings and used existing spaces to create new multifunctional and educational rooms. All we had to do was add new vertical circulation. For the expression and architecture of these new objects, we based ourselves on the colors and details of the existing structures.
So what we look at here is the second big building that got a new program. It's an old barn, and when we first found the barn, it looked in a very poor state. So we thought we would had to replace and demolish a lot of parts of it. But we collaborated with Callant, Architecten, and he's a restoration architect who helps us a lot in our projects. And he said we needed to look at the complete building, really inspect it well, just restore where it's needed, and to preserve this very beautiful and valuable construction. So we managed to preserve it. To fit in the new program in the building, we wanted to preserve the experience when we had it, first on site. So we added two new objects. The first one is a glass wall that separates the barn in two areas. One like outside roofed multi-functional space, and the other more protected warmed inside space for the new cafeteria for the site. This is one of the new buildings that we added to complete the circle. And the farm site exists like every building expresses its function. So what we wanted to do with the new buildings was to, if you look at them, you immediately get what is inside. So this is the new heating building for the site. The site exists like water surrounding it to protect the farm, and there are a lot of trees around it. And we have a lot of wood, chopped wood, as a waste material or left material. So inside the barn, inside the shed, the wood can be dried through the open brickwork. After that, the wood is chopped into pieces and then burned to produce sustainable energy for the two new big buildings on the site.
Yes, I think what this project is really about is the fact that all these different actors, all these different type of people get to experience this place where we try to, where people are brought together and where they experience a sustainable way of building, of being. I think for us, we're very happy to see now that the different types of places we've created are owned by the users every time on every activity in a different way. So these different types of places act in variable ways. And of course, we didn't work on this project alone. We did it with a team of architects, engineers, but also the people in the office who've been putting lots of energy in this project. And sometimes it's good to party on site as well. Thank you.